what are the small towns in Hamilton's community, Flamborough, that you need to check out if you're looking for that small town charm that I know some of my clients are absolutely looking for? Well, in today's video, we're going to be breaking down the top 6 small town communities from their real estate, their parks, their local businesses, and other special characteristics that make them each unique, so you know which ones are right for you and your family. So if you're new here, my name is Matthew. I'm a local realtor, and this channel is all about living in Hamilton, Ontario, from the real estate to eating to sleeping and everything in between. So if you are thinking about making the move to Hamilton, send me and my team a message today to book your free relocation consult call. Otherwise, let's just jump on into it to the very first small town community I always recommend, and that is Carlisle. As Carlisle is located just about a 10-12 minute drive north of Waterdown in the Flamborough community, and here you're going to find a variety of great parks to capitalize on. As first, you have Court Cliff Park with many different soccer fields and trails to explore, to Carlisle's conservation area, which is a smaller conservation area compared to some of the surrounding conservation areas, but nonetheless, it's right on the southern part of this community here for you to enjoy, and it's just a bunch of trails around Bronte Creek, as well as a gazebo to go sit down and maybe have a picnic at. And then you also will find in this small community here, Carlisle's Arena, which offers another ample green space to enjoy, as well as ice rinks to use on the inside. Now, what you're also going to find when living in this community here is you're going to find a public library. You're going to find a variety of different shopping options and restaurants to choose from on the 4 corners of Carlisle. Now, overall, because it is a small town, you're not going to notice any of these big box chain retail stores. That just comes hand in hand with a small town, but instead you're going to offer a variety of local businesses to enjoy, and Carlisle has some of the most amount of options you're going to be finding on this list here. As on these 4 corners, you're going to find the Carlisle Farm Market, which is like a little corner store to go pick up your basic amenities. You can find Baker Plus, would highly recommend their banana bread or their butter tarts, but you can also find Cascata Bistro to go pick up some of their amazing flatbread. My personal favorite is their bacon bruschetta, but then you can find a few other shops like the LCBO or Lace and Birch Flower Shop to choose from. Now, when you're living within this community here, you have 2 elementary schools to choose from, one public and one Catholic, being Belaclave Public Elementary School, as well as Our Lady Mount Carmel Catholic School. Now, there currently aren't any high schools located here, probably not going to be coming, as just the town's population doesn't really support that. So most of your kids will be bused to one of the surrounding communities that has a high school like Waterdown. Now, as for what you can expect from the real estate here, it was primarily detached homes built in the 1960s to 1990s, early 2000s, and here you're going to notice a lot of large lots that these homes sit on, offering usually 3 to 5 beds, 3 to 4 baths, and can be anywhere from 1,500 up to 3,000, 4,000 square feet, depending on what you're looking for. And I know a lot of my clients that are loving this small town community here want that small town community charm, that large lots that come with living in more of a rural lifestyle, but still want that subdivision, that community of sense of neighbors that are all looking after each other. And this is definitely what you get when living in Carlisle here, as the majority of homes here are going to be selling between 1.25 and $2.25 million, and you will find some more larger estates sitting on 8-10 acres offering 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 square feet with 5, 6, 7 bedrooms, selling for $3 million, $4 million. However, again, the majority are going to be between that $1 to $2 million mark. Then another thing you need to know before I move on to the next community is you have really 2 primary golf courses close by here. You have the Carlisle Golf Course as well as the Dragonfire Golf Course, both great options to get a quick 18 or 9 holes in. Then the next community you need to check out if you're looking for that small town living is Freelton, and this is located on Highway 6, halfway between Waterdown and halfway between Guelph, Ontario. And in here, you're really going to notice a little bit less shopping options going to Carlisle, but still some great ones. As first, Apple Orchard, where you can go pick your own apples and pears, but you can also go get your own pumpkins and raspberries when in season. Other than that, you'll find the Sunrise Sunflower Farm to go pick up some delightful sunflowers to brighten your living room or your kitchen, as well as the Breezy Corner Family Restaurant to go get a quick breakfast meal in when you're not feeling like cooking a breakfast maybe on a Sunday morning. Then a few parks you'll need to check out when you're living in this small community here is first you have the Freelton Community Park that offers a variety of different sports fields, tennis courts, baseball diamonds, as well as an outdoor hockey rink. But you also have the Centennial Park that offers a lot more green space and a few sports fields to enjoy. Now, as regards to the schools in this community here, depending on where you're living is going to depend on which schools your kids go to, as one, they could be going to the schools in Carlisle or also to the schools down in Millgrove, just depending on which side of the community you're living on. And then same for high schools, you're going to be bussed out to either the Waterdown or one of the other surrounding communities. Then also, when you're living in this community here, you can definitely capitalize on the small library that is found within this community, or also the Pinelands Green Golf Club, my personal favorite place to go get a quick pitch and putt 9-hole golf course when you're living here. Now, as for the real estate and what you can expect to find in Freelton is it's 100% again detached homes. Now, typically these here tend to be a bit smaller homes compared to Carlisle, and they're usually 3 to 4 beds, 3 to 4 baths with a variety, some ranging between 1,400 square feet all the way up to 3,000 square feet. However, the lots are a bit spacious, about 100 to 70 feet is typically what it is. However, you can find a few others that are multiple acres, usually built in the 1980s, early 2000s, and most of these homes here will be on septic and well water. However, sometimes you can find homes that are on municipal water, and most of these detached homes here are really selling between that $800 and $1.5 million mark. However, like Carlisle, on the outskirts of this community here, you can find some larger estates for sure. Now, if you're looking for a community where you get that small town charm, but easier access to those big box chain retail stores by being a bit closer to Waterdown, is the next community you need to check out, and that is Millgrove, as this is a very small community off the left side of Highway 6 and the shortest drive, like I mentioned, to Waterdown, that it's only about a 5-minute drive. So it's really like you're living in the downtown part, but not actually within the city. And here you're going to find the Millgrove Community Center that offers 2 baseball diamonds, a jungle gym, as well as an indoor activity rooms, but as well as you're going to find the Millgrove Junior Elementary School, which has been running for more than 100 years, serving and educating its kids within the Millgrove community. And like the other communities we've discussed, this is going to be 100% detached homes found within this area here. Very similar to Freelton with the type of homes and the size of the homes and the time they were built, usually 3 to 4 beds. However, one thing to note, they might be a bit smaller or offer at least 1 less bathroom. So it's usually 3 to 4 beds, 1 to 3 bathrooms is typically what's found between 1,400 to 2,000 square feet, and are selling between that $800,000 to $1.5 million mark. Now, if you are thinking about making the move that one of these communities is right for you and your family, or maybe just want to get more questions answered to better determine which is right, send me and my team a message today to book your free relocation consult call, where we can go over all this and more about the available matches currently matching your search criteria. So just send us an email today to get started. Other than that, let's just jump back into the list and talk about the next community you need to consider, and that is Greensville, as Greensville is really located on top of the escarpment's edge in Flamborough, really overlooking the Dundas Valley. And because of this, you're going to get easy access to all the amenities that downtown Dundas and just Dundas in general has to offer you. But other than that, you're also going to find some great parks to choose from here. As first, you have the Christie Lake Conservation Area, which is a large park centered around a lake where you can go enjoy the beach, go fishing, hiking, and also play some disc golf. But then you can also find the Johnson Twos Park, which is more of that traditional park with ample green space, a few great trails to go for a walk on, but as well as a jungle gym to go play on. But perhaps the most notable park within this community here happens to be Spencer's Gorge, which in my opinion is the best park in all of Hamilton for those stunning views and waterfalls. As here, I'm so jealous of the people that live within this community here, as every day you get the chance to go walk Dundas Peak, go see Twos Falls, go see Webster Falls on your daily walk, and truly it's some of the best views throughout all of Hamilton. But other than the great parks, you can also find some great shopping options to choose from. As first, you got Dynamite's Glen Drummond Farm for some amazing produce, some fresh sweet corn you can find here as well. Also, their butter pecan butter tarts are absolutely to die for. And then, like I mentioned, you're just a short drive down the escarpment's edge into downtown Dundas and all the great shops and local restaurants to choose from. And then when you're living within this community here, you can also find Greensville Elementary School. And then depending on what your kid's age is, you might be attending a few other schools that are just a short drive away, either in the Carlisle, Waterdown area, or also in Dundas, depending on where you're living within this community here. Then other than that, one thing you definitely need to be aware of when you're living in this community, and it is a downside in some respects, but at the same time, you're not going to really notice it on your day-to-day, is you're going to find a quarry on the north side that definitely does produce some noise if you're driving by it because of the heavy machinery going on. However, every single time I'm there with clients, it really doesn't seem to affect your day-to-day life, but I always like to mention it just so you're fully aware. Then another thing that's definitely a pro, at least in my eyes, is you have the Elements Casino and Flamborough Speedway just a short drive away to go have a great night out, either betting on horse races or playing the slots or some sort of blackjack or Texas Hold'em. And then as for golf, you're going to find a variety of different courses around. Perhaps though, my personal favorite is the Beverly Golf and Country Club, which you definitely need to go check out if you're living within this community here. Then as for how the real estate breaks down within this community, again, it's 100% detached homes. Most common are those 3 to 4 beds that were built in the 1950s to 1980s. And here, because it is probably the second or largest, depending on how you break down Greensville exactly, to choose from, it has a variety of options. So you get those typical homes that you're going to find, but then you're also going to find some large manor estates that are sitting on like huge size lots, like 150 by 200, 300 feet deep lots that offer ample privacy. Now, most of these homes here are also going to be on septic and well water, and the prices typically range all the way from $800,000 up to $2 million. Then another community you need to take a look at, and it's definitely one of the smaller ones on this list here, is Rockton, as this is located just off of Highway 8, and it's originally the highway known as Highway 8, but now it's known as Rockton Road or Old Highway 8. And here you're going to find a few different housing options to choose from. Now, the houses here don't come up too often, so if you are thinking that this is the right community for you, make sure you definitely keep your eye on the market, as it definitely has a lot of unique character and charm within this community here. As first, you're going to find some great local businesses like the Cookhouse Bistro to grab some amazing barbecue. My personal favorite is their ribs, but I definitely need to go back and try one of their steaks. But then you can also find Kitty's Ice Cream Garage for an amazing ice cream treat on a summer day, as well as the Pavlo Pottery to pick up some local handmade one-of-a-kind perfect pieces for any guest. And then one of the definite special charms about Rockton is the Rockton World Fair, which happens every Thanksgiving weekend here, where they set up, you can go grab that cotton candy, go play those fair games, as well as go ride a variety of different fair rides, from those Ferris wheels to those slightly smaller roller coasters as well. But then other than that, you're also going to find the Rockton Public School, which is going to give a great educational option to everyone that lives within this community, as well as some of the surrounding communities and rural towns and rural homes. Now, also right beside this school, you're going to find the Beverly Community Center and Park that offers a few different sports fields, a jungle gym, a tennis court, as well as an indoor ice rink to capitalize on. And then finally, how the real estate shakes in this community here. Again, 100% detached homes. It's quite common that you're only going to find that option within these small towns here. And here, like I mentioned, this is going to be one of the smaller communities we're chatting about today. So if you're driving down Highway 8 and you blink and you miss it, don't worry. It's completely normal if you're not knowing what to look out for. I'm just kidding. Like, you'll definitely notice it, but it's definitely a quick drive by it. And for that reason there, not that many homes come on the market, so keep your eye out for those there, and they typically range anywhere from $1 million to $1.5 million. Then the next community let's take a look at is Lynden. Now, Lynden is halfway between Ancaster and Brantford, and basically here, you're just gonna find this small community along really one road, and there's a second parallel road, but it really just is really one road that you're gonna find it, and you're gonna find two main parks here to capitalize on. First would be the Lynden Legion Park, offering a baseball diamond, a tennis court, and and Jungle Gym, as well as the Lynden Lions Park, which offers the baseball diamond, basketball court, and another jungle gym to enjoy. But other than that, you're just gonna have a general store that's called The Store. So very original name, and it offers just your basic amenities that you can go grab in a pinch if you don't want to drive out to Brantford or Lancaster to grab the rest of the stuff you need. And then, of course, you can find a nice small public library here to go pick up a great read. Now, as for the real estate, 100% detached homes, again, typically here, these lots tend to be 100 by 200 feet, giving you that rural living and then also sense of community. And again, mostly will be on septic and well water. However, here you can find some homes that do sit on slightly smaller lots that were built even earlier than the 90s, 60s that they were typically built in. And most of the time here, these detached homes are selling anywhere from $800,000 to $1.5 million. Now, if you are looking for a community within Flamborough that does offer a bit more amenities, has a lot more real estate options to choose from, the next video I'd recommend you go take a look at is Waterdown. I have a lot of families that love living in Waterdown and have relocated here and are now calling it home. So if you're interested in learning more about that, the next video I recommend you go check out is my best and worst neighborhoods of Waterdown. So you can find that video right here. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day.